everyone. Welcome back to the Money Talk series. My name is Clarice and I'm here again with Esther. On today's episode, we have a very special guest. I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Hello everyone, my name is Otoju.
Welcome to the Money Talk series. The topic for the day is should pay equal productivity? Now, there's a saying people would say that they need to earn more for them to produce or to be more productive or proactive wherever they work, be it their business or whatever it is they do for a living. So I'll start with Somto. Do you think pay should equal productivity?
Well, on several contexts, I don't think that pay is the only thing that equates to productivity because we have so many other factors that
Okay.
determines that.
So what are the factors?
You look at the sense of purpose is one of the things that it needs to be considered. Also, what do you call it? The sense of purpose, job satisfaction also. When people are satisfied at their job, it doesn't really, the pay is not going to be the determinant of their productivity and also work-life balance.
Okay.
Work-life balance, yeah.
So what if you're going to a place and then you have to pay so much on transportation and let's say you love your job, but now considering the fact that there are other constraints as to why you feel the pay is more of a determinant.
That's why I said like, there are so many constraints and factors. Human beings will vary, so there are so many things that comes to play. As for me, I don't think that pay, how much I'm being paid for a job or for which determines my productivity. So there are other things that comes to play for me. As long as I'm satisfied, my productivity level does not depend on it.
Okay, let me allow you think. But now, Esther, what's your view on it?
Well, I know the question says should pay equal productivity.
Yeah.
However, I would phrase it another way than answer.
Okay.
Now, if you were to ask, does pay equal productivity? I would answer yes. And
Why is that?
the reason for that is salary is the reward for labor.
Sure.
And if someone is laboring, um, or if someone has labored, then I think that whatever pay that they are getting should be something that adequately compensates them. Now, the human mind is structured in such a way that we expect that reward.
Yes.
We expect that whatever reward that we're getting for the work that we're putting in should adequately compensate. So, you know what that does to an average person is that whenever the pay does not compensate them for the effort they are putting in, they just by default begin to dish out a level of productivity that is um, that compares to what they are being paid. And
Yeah.
I feel that nobody wakes up in the morning to say, well, look at my salary. Because of my salary, this is what I'm going to give at work. It's just a subconscious thing. You pay them this much, they are just wired to giving this much. That is what I feel.
So to you, I allowed you to think. So I want you now to give us your own view.
Referring to that, yes, like I said earlier, there's a lot of factors that determines all these things. If I'm being paid a certain amount and there are so many conditions that yes, that this is what you have to do. My productivity level, for an instance, will always be dependent on that amount of money that I'm being paid. But there are other factors like if I'm so satisfied, if I feel that yeah, this is where I belong, and if I feel like a sense of purpose, like I'm here because I want to achieve something.
Sorry, can I cut you short?
Yeah.
Okay. I know in other matters your voice is usually loud. Can you speak up? Because I want to hear you talk on this very well.
Okay, basically, if there are other, let's look at a scenario whereby I joined a company and yeah, currently working on something,
Okay.
and I look forward to a better future with that company, and my productivity, what I'm putting in, I don't think about the pay like because of what I'm putting in. I believe that we are building something that yeah is going to solve a lot of problems. That is going to shape the future. So just the thinking about the pay, for me to be highly productive, it's not something that basically for everybody we vary, human beings varies, the way we think, the way our ideas are coming along
Okay.
varies. But for me personally, I don't think how much I'm being paid should determine how productive I should be.
Okay, so now let me ask this question. You know, you can be working in a place, right? The money, the business being or whatever that comes to the company goes to who owns the business. So what about you? Are you not thinking about yourself in this scenario? Like, what about you? What happens to you?
Exactly.
Because if the company makes higher and you are still earning that particular amount, so how then?
And the thing is, that is where the problem is, because if we look at what people are being paid, many times it's not because the company cannot afford to pay more. It is because they leverage the things that Somto just mentioned.
Yes.
They know that, okay, that you should be satisfied, and because your job gives you a level of satisfaction, there should be a level of productivity that you give in
Yes.
exchange for that, because they know that there are other things like that. They know that they can pay you lesser than what you're giving, lesser than what you deserve,
Yes.
and you still give more than what you're being paid for. And I think that it is unfair. It is unfair that a company can afford to pay more, but they don't,
Yes.
because they feel that that money should not be everything. I mean, people go for interview and they said it's not about the money. Is also about the money. Maybe it's not about the money, but it is
Everything is about the money.
everything is about the money. It is money that you use to transport yourself to work, money for your upkeep, even mental stability is about the money. So everything is about, yeah. I think that if you're not going to pay people what they deserve,
Yes.
then don't demand a level of productivity that you're not paying for. It is unfair to do
To do
that.
that.
And people are right not to give that level of productivity, even if they can afford to. Even if, and by afford, I don't mean in terms of money. I mean that even if they have the skill set to do that, that they are within their rights
Yes.
not to give it. You don't pay
Yes.
them enough for that.
So why get full of it?
So why get? By the way, I'm a very hard worker. In case anyone is thinking,
Don't take it personal.
I'm a very productive. No, I need to clear this. I'm a very productive worker, but I'm
Yeah.
also all for giving people what they deserve.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know, being an adult is it can be really a turn on people's flesh, especially how the economy is right now. And you're telling somebody that this particular salary or this particular pay you should do more. You don't expect it from that person because outrightly, I'll pay transport coming to work, right? I'll eat. Imagine if you have family responsibilities. These days, a lot of youths are working.
Mm-hmm.
These days, a lot of youths they are everywhere. Even go to social media, like go on any type of platform of your choice. A lot of youths are busy. They want to get things running for themselves.
It's basically the whole stuff we're discussing. My argument basically is that there are so many other factors that comes into play. You understand? There are so many other factors that comes into play when you're talking about pay and productivity. You can be paid to do, you can be paid high basically to do a certain amount of job, and you can just overemphasize it that
Mm-hmm.
this is very huge and like you're relaxing. You're just doing that job because of the money, not
Yeah,
because you really think that you can effect any change here.
yeah.
Basically, for me, anywhere I find myself, I believe that yeah, there are a few things I can do differently here. Number one, and the pay is a factor also, but it shouldn't be the only factor that determines how productive. As long as there is a sense of purpose, my work-life balance is intact, and I feel among, and I believe that we're building something for the future.
That's for you. What about others?
But the thing is, I mean, we're talking about, you're saying that there are even a person can be working and be well paid. You understand, and they are doing everything they are doing is just because they are well paid. But I also think that productivity is also impossible in the face of, um, should I say, inadequate payments.
That's
Or yeah,
it's
it
close to
is
that.
almost impossible. Why? Because if someone has to think of several other money problems they have, because they are not being paid well, it reduces their productivity.
Yeah.
Not because they've intentionally not want to give their all right now, But they are thinking of house rent. They are thinking of how to make it through the month with the salary they have left. They are thinking of how to trek 30 minutes during the day so that they can manage their salary.
Yes.
Productivity is impossible. You understand? So this is not even, it takes a lot of conscious decision
Yes.
now to now be able to balance
Those things.
those things, to balance productivity or to give improved productivity irrespective of the pay. So it is more like an hindrance. It is even an hindrance, and you're not doing yourself a favor as a company or as a business owner. You're not doing yourself a favor when you pay people less than they deserve, because you're not putting them in a position to offer productivity.
Yes. Well, that's all for this. Thank you guys. I love your ideas. Well, next week we're going to have another interesting topic. But for this topic, I would like you guys to go to the comment section. Tell us what you feel about this particular section. Tell us your mind. We want to see you down there. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.